Hey, gorgeous ones. Hey, gorgeous. Why do I say it twice? I think that's some kind of OCD of mine. But anyway, let me turn this off for a minute so you all can actually hear me. Hold on. Okay, so in order to film and for you all to hear me, I have to turn off the air conditioning. However, it's 127 degrees in Chicago, and all I have is this fan, this air conditioner, and the back of my house is a living inferno. So anyway, hey, so I have something to show you all today. That's right, we are doing a first impression. I have been waiting for this palette, and it finally came. If you do not know what palette I am talking about, it is my next blush tribe one, the Hasina. And isn't she gorgeous? She is gorgeous. But anyway, I was waiting for the Hasina, and it finally got here. And so now it's time to see if she's as beautiful as I think she is. So if you would like to see my first impressions of it, now I've already swatched it, no lies here, no lies, the truth teller. But yeah, so if you like to see what it looks like and what we can do with it, don't go nowhere, stay right here. Boom. Okay, so let's talk the Hasina. Now this is by Blush Tribe. And they're an indie brand out of the UK, and they are very women of color friendly, so they're pretty highly pigmented, you know, so that it works for, you know, women of all colors as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so here's what I got when it came, because, you know, I found that people like this stuff, but I don't really care to see it. But hey, I'm just trying to, you know, follow the YouTube protocol. So so it came in this, and I took off my, you know, my address information with a little fragile care. So I appreciate that. And then it was, and in here, they always send you like a 25% off coupon for your next purchase. So yes, I already know what I want, and I'll be using my 25% off coupon. But anyway, and then it came wrapped in this, in bubble wrap. And this is a bubble wrap envelope, so it was really nicely packaged. And then it came like this. And isn't it gorgeous? Now, I have the Blossom palette. Hold on, let me get it. Okay, I'm back. So I wanted to see. So as you can see, the Blossom palette is much larger, but we're going to talk about the differences in their stuff from the, you know, now. Okay, so here it is. And it has a nice little sleeve over it. And it has the ingredients and everything. They don't have... well, yeah, they do have the grams, which is 28 grams or 0.987 ounces, you know, so they do have that there for you. And then here is the palette. Here, ooh! Here, ooh! So this happened. Now, honestly, this is probably my fault because it had dropped and I didn't know it. And wait, porch, can't walk, because I'm gonna press this shit back in. Hold on. I'm about to push this all back in. No, porch. I know you want to be a star. I know you think this is part of you, but can you give me a break? Can you hold on. Damn it. Okay, so I'm back, and as you saw, I had a little issue. We have broken Jamila in here. Now, let me say this. This is not their fault. I will insert the swatches, and you can see that I actually had swatched it. But what had happened is I think last night it knocked over, and I didn't know it because when I was looking for it today, it was on the floor in my room. And apparently that wasn't a good thing. So there you have it. Now my little blood blossom's all messed up. Let's see, can we clean her off? Make her pretty again. Okay, so anyway, let's talk the Hasina. So we're gonna do I think we're gonna do a first impression. So there we was talking about the grams and everything. And oh, let me tell you, I am saving that because I have taken all that fell on the table, swept it in, and I will be pressing this and saving that color because it's adorable and gorgeous. So anyway, here is the Hasina. Oh, another piece trying to fall out. Come on, mama. Put you right in there with the rest. There we go. Save it all. So anyway, here it is, minus Jamila, which is such a beautiful green. But here we go with the palette. Now let me show you the differences. This is a 15 pan palette, and this is a 16 pan palette. This is a 16 pan palette. And if I'm trying to notice, and let's see, because it looks like, yes, most definitely. The pan sizes they might be the same size. What's in my pan? Something got in my stuff, but okay. I guess they're about the same size. It's just that they made this more compact, which I like. Matter of fact, let me see. Because on here, they don't have the grams on the back. Now, let me tell you the difference. I'm a little off right now because clearly I had issues. So anyway, I'll say this. The difference in the packaging is when I received the Blossom palette, and I don't know if they've changed it, but when I got it, because this was the first run of it, that all I received was this. It wasn't a sleeve on it. It was just shrink wrapped, and that was fine. It was perfect. But now it seems like they have a sleeve, and it's a little more put together. And I'm thinking, you know, because Blush Tribe is starting to get a little more popular, which is great. You know, I love it because I really love the products that I've gotten from them. So I think their packaging will be stepped up a little more, and you know, but the quality was already there. If you already know, I'll put in the cards or something. I do love the Blossom palette. Beautiful matte palette. Love it. It's one of my summer ones. And now the Hasina is gorgeous too. Try to make sure no green is all over. And like I said, here's the swatches of it. So you can see it was fine. I had all of them perfect. So now I wanted to do a first impression of it because this is different, and I really wanted it to see how their shimmers were. And so far from the swatching them, I like them all. Of course, I've already liked their matte formulation. I'm liking the shimmer formulation. So we're going to see how it works on my eyes and everything. And yes, I will do my backwards way of doing my eyes. So I'm doing my eyes first and the rest of my makeup afterwards. But anywho, I let you know. So if you would like to see, you know, in an action, you know, my thoughts as I go along. Now listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's 100-something degrees out here. So I'm going to film, but I'm going to have on my air conditioning, which is kind of loud. I admit it is. So I'll probably do a voiceover because, you know, I don't want y'all to have to listen to that, and I know that can be distracting. It can be distracting, but mother over here needs to stay cool, or it will be a sweat fest up in here in a minute. So if you would like to see this, you know, first impression, and you know, stay tuned, you know, stay here, you know what's happening. I'm a little out of sorts now, but we're gonna make this happen. Okay, bye-bye. So I'm not gonna get super close on my eyes because I'm just a little discombobulated. So I guess this is close enough for you all to see what I'm doing. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is. All right. So I prime my eyes. And so now I'm gonna do something. Now I think I was gonna do the blue and greens, or greens or something, but never mind. It's not gonna happen. So I think I'm going to use the bottom row right here, these beautiful pinks and purple. But I always do pinks and purples. I don't know, y'all. I really don't, you know, I'm not a real gold girl. But this row is beautiful too. So let's look at it. I mean, each row is so gorgeous. You have the pinks and the purples. You have the blues and the greens. And then you have these beautiful reds and oranges. Oh, I'm going to have to check those colors against the ones I actually have already from Blush Tribe. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna do these and, you know, pop a little red in it, because, you know, red always, you know, deepens the color. So I guess that's what it's gonna be. I was looking for my other brushes. They was right in front of me. Don't you hate when that happens? I don't know why I'm talking, because I'm gonna do a voiceover. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so I'm gonna start out with Zana as my transition color. It's a really pretty corally pink color. Love it, love it, love it. Now what I want to say is that, first off, these are very blendable. They're nice and creamy. There's not a lot of kickback on them, so they're not super powdery. But I did take my time with this because I really wanted to get a good color, because I tend to get a little lopsided. I don't know how that works, but I can be a little lopsided with my colors, and my left side won't be as pigmented. And that's the thing with me, not with the colors. But I do love, they did come out really well. All right, next up is Fatima, and that's going to be in my crease, high in my crease. It's a beautiful, like you can see, I would say that the colors are very rich and they're pigmented, but not, this is a more muted palette than the Blossom palette. Like the Blossom palette is very intense. This is, the colors here are a little more muted, which is nice. So it's a little different. So if you have the Blossom palette, this would be a good companion to it. Okay, so next up I'm going to use Amara, that's the red color, to deepen up the crease, because yeah, I could grab a black or anything, but I wanted to stay with using just the palette. And no, I'm not that trippy about it needs to have a dark brown or black to, you know, really, you know, deepen colors and things like that. I have enough of those. As a matter of fact, the Blossom palette has a really good black in it and a dark brown. So if I just wanted to do that, I could have just like grabbed those and done it like that. But if you're doing like pinks, reds is a good way to like create a little bit different color. So that's always a good color to play with. And then I'm gonna use a clean brush just to blend it out a little more. I just want you all to know that right at this moment, as I'm doing this voiceover, this porch is bothering me. So next up is Arwa. I'm going to use Arwa. I sprayed the brush to do the back half of my lid. So I'm using that in the lid area. I'm doing it in the outer half of the lid. This cat is insane. Leave me alone, I'm busy. And I did a patting and like a swiping motion to get it on, and it's really good. But I would say this: these are not, these are like kind of muted shimmers, so they're not like super duper. I would say they're not super pigmented. That's what I want to say. They're not super pigmented. Oh my God, this cat! Stop. All right, now I'm gonna use I think it's called Rawa or Rawa, and that's a blue, and I want to put that in the inner half of my lid. And like I said, these are really pretty. They're not super bright. These are like more pastel-y shimmers. That's what I want to say, which I like because I have a lot of intense shimmers. So these are nice too, and they work well with the palette. So it's not like they should have been more intense, you know. They work well with the palette. I like them, but I was just mentioning that. But they come on beautifully. So next I'm going to use Samara, and I'm using that in the middle of my lid just to like do kind of like a transition and to give it a little more different pop in the middle. Okay, then I'm going to take Fatima again, and I'm going to like blend that out, just to blend the edges out. Alright, and with the magic of video, I am now back with my face on, except my eyebrows. I don't know how I forgot that. Okay, so next I'm going to use Nazia under my eyes. Now, I'm going to be honest, for some reason it doesn't look as the color didn't come out the same way it looks in the pan on my skin. I don't know what that's about. I might need to, like, you know, I was kind of light under there, but it was fine, you know, the pigmentate, it blended fine, but it just wasn't, I thought it was going to be a little brighter blue, but it's a more muted blue. Not that it was bad, but it just wasn't what I expected it to be. And then I'm going to take Browa, and I'm going to use that in my inner corner and bring it around. And so let's see what it looks like. So now I'm going to go and finish up my face. And now here is the finished look. I like it. It's a kind of a really pretty pink and blue. I'm wearing pink and blues because I usually use pinks and purples for some reason. But I want to do pink and blue. I think it came out nice. I really do like it. And of course, as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment or two. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe on your way out. And as always, it's your LuuLuu. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Bye-bye.